Hey everyone, welcome back to Deep Sky Farms. It's been a while. Welcome to the AgroForests map. This is a map that came out within the past week or so. I've been playing around a lot offline, kind of looking for a map that would inspire me to get interested in recording a series. And I've done Bevington, I've done the Small Holding, I've done Comston, I've played around with Moss Valley, blah, blah, blah. All of those. I played Prairie Farms and even Alma. I almost pulled the trigger on a series on Alma, but I didn't. It wasn't the one for me. And when this came along, I initially kind of missed it because I wasn't really paying attention to what was going on. And Mr. Sealy P did a video on it and explained what it was. And it struck a nerve with me. And the reason it did is this is a reworking of the Silverrun Forest map. Now, way back when I first started playing Farming Simulator, in Farming Simulator 22, my first map was Silverrun Forest, and I was hooked. I was really, really hooked on it. I think I had more hours in that map and still have more hours in that map than any other one. So when this one came out, and I figured out what it was all about, I was excited. So I spent this weekend playing around with it, checking it out and exploring, and it's like, yeah, okay, this is the one. This is the one that finally gets me back into doing Let's Plays. So here we are. We are on day 1, August, 8:22 in the morning, and we've got all the usual settings that I usually play with, 3-day months, blah, blah, blah. For this one, I turned fieldstone and plowing off for now. We do have precision farming, and you can see down in the bottom right, we've got a moisture meter ticking away. We're playing with the realistic weather mod. I haven't put on realistic animals yet. I'm thinking about it. And the more I think about it, the more I think I want to do it. But let's have a quick look around here. If you haven't seen this map before, I would suggest you download it and check it out. It's on ModHub. And this is where you start in Silverrun Forest, but you can see it looks very different. And down at the bottom of that set of stairs is where our house would have been, but that's where our main barn area is. And our house is now up over here, and you can see from the mini-map there's a lot going on. And I'll just jump into the map and show you what we have. So here we are on our map. You can see Precision Farming has decided to put tram lines in. Anyway, let's not talk about it. Our house is over here. Our main barn is over here. We have multiple pastures here, 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 here. We have field 36, which I believe is a grass field. Field 34 is corn. And field 38, what do we have up here? Barley. We have barley up here. So we have this whole basically this whole corner up here. Which is interesting because whenever I did Silverrun Forest, my first expansion was to run a field up along here and take over up into here. But anyways, we'll get there. We'll get there. We have our manure heap here down by the barn. We've got our barn. This is not the one that comes with the map. I changed this one out. We've got a cow pasture here, chicken pasture here, and a horse pasture up here, sheep and pigs, and they are all populated when you start this map. The one that isn't populated is the cow barn, but for the sake of this playthrough, I did a little bit of work, and it's populated now. So let's take a quick walk over. You can see our house is a pretty nice looking house up on top of the hill. So it looks like we got some cash. And we're going to start off with 100,000. You know, your standard farm sim start. We're not going to try and do a struggle playthrough. We're going to try and have a little bit of fun here. And we've got our Lizard Super Duty truck. And little Kubota sidekick on the Lizard Utilitrailer 2. I'm trying to be authentic, if not necessarily realistic. I had solar panels set up there, and that might be a thing again. This is our house here. We don't need to go around the back, really. Up here on the front porch are our sleep and wardrobe triggers. You unfortunately can't go inside, but that's okay. I might have moved those trees to give us a little bit better view down the valley, but that's all right. It's nice and private up here. All right, let's go for a little spin around. See if I remember how to drive. Oh. Automatic engine start is off. And manual transmission is on. Oh, this needs a camera adjustment. You know what? I think we're going to pull that Kubota off. Do we have enough room to pull it off here? Yeah, we do. There we go. So this is our first field. This is the cornfield. It's going to be ready in a couple of months. And we'll have something to feed our pigs. There we go. Oh, and I do have vehicle control add-on. That was actually one of the big ones that was kind of bumming me out at the beginning, was not having vehicle control add-on. Cool. We can see what's going on now. So there's our cornfield. There's a bunker if we decide we want to do silage. It might be a thing. There's mods for it, you know. The Dion Scorpion is Scorpion. The Xeon is out, good to go. I was playing with it all in Alma, worked really good. There is our sheep pasture. And pigs are down the other way. We'll swing by there another time. This is our barley field. This is going to be our first thing that we have to look after. Yeah, it's good to go. Moisture is... What's our moisture doing? Rapidly falling off. And what's our window for this, actually, is a good question. So according to this, if I read this correctly, we're actually out of harvest season for barley. So we might end up having to do some fast and loose on this to get this harvested before it withers. Yeah. So that's the thing. I think we're going to turn time down for a little bit while we do this tour. Day one is always a rush. Now, this road here... This is one of the roads that was here. As I drive around here, I find it, I'm trying to remember what it looked like before the map changes. And that's a neighbor field here. Eventually I'd like to pick it up, but we'll see when we get there. Yeah, for once I'm not just starting the map blind and saying, okay, here we go. That's our horse pasture down here. Huh, they must be... Oh, there we go. We have 3 horses. Which is kind of nice, because this is a nice map for doing horses. And then we're back at the farm here. This area here, I think there's going to be some kind of shed going on it. So let's just rip back past the horses here. I mean, maybe I should have done the map tour with the horse. That probably would have been a good idea. But anyway, one thing that I kind of want to do is I kind of want to look around and see about putting in horse trails and actually riding the critters. Now that road that we just turned off of on my Silverrun play, that was one that I had opened up. And same thing with this one that we're about to go up. This used to be all grassed in, but I spent a lot of time figuring out Terraform, turning this into a road. But anyway, here we are. We have a modest holding. It's not a small holding. We've got some pretty good gear, but we don't have, well, let's just say there isn't any 8Rs on here. So because we're sort of prepared, we have a corn header and a grain header sitting here ready to go. And we've got our combine, which is a CR5 or CX5, New Holland. Couple of bins. Those are going to come in handy. We're going to put barley in one, corn in the other, and maybe expand into something else. Our bulk tech, probably going to expand that as well at some point. And our motive power for this expedition is going to be this thing here. This is one that I found on King Mods, I think. It's a reworked Farmall 120C. And it's been reworked to have a North American hitch setup on it. So I thought that was pretty cool. And I got the front loader that goes with it. And then this building here is kind of an all-purpose storage building. And over here we've got, this is Rooster Mods. Massey Ferguson 1840 baler. That's what we're going to use for here. We're going to try it anyway. And an AGI belt system, an auger. Because we're going to need, I haven't figured out how we're going to get the grain out of the bin, but we've definitely got a way to put the grain in the bin. Which way do we want to start? Let's start at this end here. These here, maybe JCL. It was definitely one of the itch creators. New Holland, older, Tedder, and Windrower. And another itch creator did the HX20 mower and mulcher. We're going to need that. And this, I believe, is on Mod Hub. Is a Case 5100. Don't fall off the edge. And the John Deere 9-shank 712 mulch tiller. Also from Rooster Mods, I think. So this, we're probably going to have to pick up some more tillage equipment, I think. I haven't settled on a cultivator. And if we're playing with precision farming, I'm not sure how much of a cultivator we're going to need for that matter. This thing here, it does direct drill and it does fertilizer. So I think that for our size of equipment here, I think we'll do pretty well with that. And that's about it for gear. We got some good stuff. Oh, and the ever faithful Parker Gravity Wagon. I remember playing multiplayer and I always had a couple of Parker Gravity Wagons and I always got shit for them. And I'm like, okay, fine. So I got rid of the Parker Gravity Wagons and I got a couple of the Kilbros ones. And they were like, no, bring the Parker ones back. Anyway, there's my Parker Gravity Wagon. All right, let's go have a look at our cows and our grass field. So you may remember from Silverrun that this here, this drop down here, was the main driveway to the farm. Oh, and the yeet train is still there. And this grass field in front of us, this was all forest. And I remember cutting a good chunk of it down and putting a sawmill in here, actually. It was great for that. So our grass, not doing too good right now. 329. So I'm willing to let this sit. Because it looks like we're going to have some rain coming up in September. So I'm thinking we'll let that sit. The cows will be happy with meadow for now. I'm not expecting massive production from them. But here we go. Like, look at this. There's our dairy barn. Moo indeed. You know, I almost think maybe we should have put the main house here. Look at those sight lines. Yeah, so this is the dairy barn. And that little pond down there, I used to have a riding trail going around it. But not anymore. It's been converted. Those greenhouses, we don't own them yet. Maybe we should do something about that. I'm sort of thinking for this series, I'd like to do, I would like to do poplar. And maybe dick around with the olives, because there's an olive setup on this map. And I'm sort of wondering if picking up those greenhouses might be a good first step, because all you got to do is dump water in them and they kind of make money for you. Yeah, this is a new road here. I really admire whoever did this map, because Silverrun was already a pretty good map. This just they made it an amazing map. Okay. Farmland. Yeah, that's just outside there. So is this farmland 44 that goes with? Oh, it is. And that's... that 44 covers that forest bit plus that field plus the loop all the way around the pond. Okay. And it's 119,000. So just a little bit out of reach for us right now. But let's think about that as our investment. Because having those two greenhouses and that field would be mighty nice. Even if it ends up being that, you know, we have a grass field and another grass field and another grass field. Yeah, they did a remarkable job here. That cornfield across the way, that used to be the big lumber mill. And it looks like the roller coaster is still a thing. I sort of want to do that, because I never did any of those achievement things on Silverrun. I was too busy, you know, playing around with the farm. So yeah, we've got this here. There's our gas station. And praise be unto your favorite deity. They fixed the store. You've actually got room to get in and hook stuff together here. Whoever did this, I salute you. Okay. So I guess job one is going to be to get our harvester rig and a wagon set up and get that field harvested. I think that's going to be on our next episode though, because we're already pretty far in. If you've made it this far, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. If you like what we're doing, leave us a like. If you really like what we're doing, think about subscribing. I'd really appreciate that. It helps grow the channel. If you want to check out some high quality Minecraft content, go over and visit our friends over at the Otter Plays channel. We do have a Discord. I'll be putting the link down in the description if you want to swing by and say hi. And until the next episode when we crack out that big yellow combine, take care of yourselves, y'all.